everybody, back to another unboxing video thing. Today, we are taking a look at the Avatar: The Last Airbender BST AXN Aang Cosmic Energy action figure. To be honest with you, I've never heard of BST AXN. I think it's like best as something. I don't know. I've literally never heard of them, but I saw this on my GameStop. I really love Avatar: The Last Airbender, as I know a lot of people do. It's a very, very famous cartoon. I really love Avatar, and this guy looked really cool. He was also on clearance. He was like half off, so he was like $10. And I had a $5 gift card at GameStop, so I picked him up for like $5. I figured, why not? I've never heard of them before, but maybe they'll become a really good source of characters for me, because this guy looks sick. As you can see, it's the Cosmic Energy version when he has his hands together and he's all like this, and like, look how cool that looks. I absolutely love the purples they got going on. Hopefully this figure impresses. But let's go ahead and get on into the video. So as you can see, you get that little nice photo of Aang on the front doing his little cosmic energy thing as he does in the show, and he's looking very fine. You get the logo, the BST AXN. Still have no idea what this company is, but we'll see. On the bottom, you can see Avatar: The Last Airbender and Aang Cosmic Energy, and then you get to see a nice window of the figure itself. On this side, you can see Aang doing a similar pose, but not in the cosmic energy form. He's just floating up. He's cross-legged, and he's got his fists put together, and then he's got his angry face on. He's got his poker face. On the other side, you see there's absolutely nothing. It's just more of the window, and then it has some of like the back of the side. On the top, as you can see, it has another Avatar: The Last Airbender on the left side, and on the top you can see it has the logo once more. It says BST Features, Articulation, Assortment. I don't know what it's talking about. And then ages 8 and up. On the back side, we can see the figure once more. I don't really like the picture they chose for this. It looks very gimmicky. Really don't like that, but I do like that they show you all the accessories. I think that's a really nice touch. I wish a lot of action figures and stuff would show that. I really like how many accessories you get, because the man gets 3 heads. He gets, what, 4 more pairs of hands. He gets these 2 wind things, and he gets his, like, staff. That is a lot of accessories for how cheap this figure is. Normally, it's like 20-something bucks. All right, I picked it up for 5, so it's even better, but for 20 bucks, that is a lot of accessories. Maybe he's terrible in articulation or something. I don't know, but that's a lot of stuff right there. And then of course you can see 31 points of articulation. That's quite a bit, I will say. And then get a little summary of Aang right here. This adventurous 12-year-old is the last airbender and only known survivor of the air nomads. The arrow on his head, a constant reminder of his lineage. His destiny is to learn the art of the Avatar and defeat the Fire Lord of the Fire Nation, but rather then save the world. Aang searches for adventure. He wants a life full of fun experiences, not heavy responsibilities. Wonderful. Let's get this bad boy open and see what's inside. Also, don't swallow the parts. Don't be like baby here. Getting into this, you can actually see a little BST like logo on the bottom left, which I did not know was there. So that's pretty cool. I think this actually might be a sticker, which I guess it's cool that they include. I don't think they really needed to, but they did. Alright, let's take a look at the figure itself. And I really do love the colors going all the way around. It's just that simple, like, purple glaze across the entire figure, but it looks so good. And then, of course, you got, like, the Avatar, Aang, his arrows and stuff, because he's an air... Because he's from the air tribe, he has all these arrows going across him, and you can see it. And then, of course, on top of that purple, as you can see, he has all these arrows going across him because he's from the air nomads, and they have arrows going all over him. It's really cool. It goes all the way down to his hands, goes all the way around across his legs and stuff. For some reason, the print stops right there on the shoulder. I don't like that. It should go all the way into his spine, all the way down, but it stops at the shoulder right there. So that's a little piece right there, which I don't like. I think it does it on the other side as well, but it's really hard to see. Otherwise, it's literally just the purple all the way down. And then same thing with the legs, okay? So on the foot, you can see like the arrow and stuff. It goes up and then it kind of disappears. I guess it makes a bit more sense on the legs as he's supposed to have pants on. So it would go underneath the pants, but it doesn't really make much sense for the shoulders. But other than that, like, coloration stuff, that's pretty much it for this guy. I don't know about, like, a regular Aang, but this is Cosmic Aang, so he's just supposed to look like this. Not really anything else going for it. He does have, like, the white eyes, which looks really, really cool. And I will say, it does look like Aang. He has the regular attire and everything, so I gotta give it to him. It looks like Aang. Now, let's go into Articulation, and I'm gonna be honest, this is exactly what I thought it would be when it comes to Articulation. There just isn't. You know, there just isn't articulation really at all, and you'll see in a second. Let's start with the head. Okay, so head. First off, it was really it still is really stiff. You can probably hear it clicking a lot. Really stiff when I started out, and it still is. So, like, turning it all the way around is really hard to do. But also the fact is, look down, look up. That is it. All right, looking up you get a little bit more, but looking down, it's like nothing. He cannot look down in the slightest. He is stuck in that form permanently for the rest of his life. I don't get it. Yeah, as I kind of suggested at the beginning, the articulation just is not there. Like, that's his to his left, that's his to his right. I don't know what's under there. I haven't actually taken it off yet. We can both look together. So it actually is a ball joint under there, and this looks really creepy, but it actually is a ball joint underneath there. And as you can see, the lines do go all the way up. I don't see why they needed that when he has no articulation, so I guess it does kind of go all the way up there, but he does not have articulation in the head, even with a ball joint, so I don't get it. I think it's because they made the head too small, but it fits for his proportions. I don't know. I really don't get it. Anyways, let's move on to the arm articulation. You'll see what I mean in a second. So he can raise a little less than 90 degrees. I guess his shoulder is 90 degrees, but all the other parts kind of dip below that. And that's just kind of how he's made. Nothing really to do with it. It's just, they kind of just arch downwards. So he can't really go above that. He does have a biceps swirl right there. He also is double jointed for being such a tiny figure as this is. And this guy's pretty small. He is double jointed, which is kind of odd. He's not pinless or anything. He still has pins, but he's double jointed. I guess he can salute as well. But in his hands, he's able to twist all the way around and then go forward, and then he can go backwards. Very, very nice, at least. But then with the other arm, this, like, band going over, like, you know, his clothes going over his shoulder, he cannot move that shoulder. He can't go forward really at all. Cannot really go backwards, and he definitely cannot go sideways. It is stuck there because this thing is non-malleable. It is staying there the rest of his life, and I think that's stupid. Like, I don't get how you're supposed to. I don't know. He still does have that, like, elbow. He has the double jointed elbows, and of course he has the hands, so he's not completely out of the water. He can move a little bit, but as you can see, it is kind of coming apart because every single time I like try and move his shoulder at all, kind of gets undone, and I don't really like that. And then as for waist, he does have a swivel at the waist, but he also has I think he's a ball joint in between them. I'm pretty sure he's a ball joint going all the way down, but moving forward, he can go that far forward and that far back. He does not have articulation there at all. Same kind of with the legs. He does have, like, thigh twists on both his legs, but on this leg, this thing is barely, like, it barely moves, and you can't go out. That is literally as far as it's going to go. You can't go forward, you can't go backwards. And it's kind of limited on this leg too because of these little strands going down. These things do move out of the way a lot more, so he can get a bit more articulation with it, but you're really not going to get your full out of it. You have one leg to work with, you have one arm to work with. I don't know. I guess there's really no other way you could have made it. Maybe a bit more malleable material, but otherwise, I just don't know. It also looks like he's supposed to be double jointed at his knees, but the clothes are over it. Like, that's a double jointed knee right there. But he can only go up that high because of the clothes. So I don't get why would you make a double jointed knee if you're not going to use the double jointed knee. And at the same time, these knees are, like, super loose. All it takes is a small finger flick, and it goes all the way back. Now, they do stay there once they're there, but, like, it is super duper loose. And then the foot, I didn't even test, but I believe the foot, yeah, it can go all the way around, and of course, it can go up that far, and then he can super duper tippy toes. So if we really, really want him on his tippy toes, That is the way to go. Now, let's look at all the accessory he does come with, because he comes with a lot. Starting off with the most simple is his staff. It's literally just like a purple staff. That is all it is. It's painted in the purple translucent that he is in, or the purple like pearlescent that he's in, and that is pretty much it. And he can use one of his pairs of hands to hold it. As I said, he technically does have 4 pairs of hands, including the ones he already has. Right here is like the staff grippers on both of his hands, which of course are printed and have that arrow on it, which is really nice. I'll give him props for that. Right here, you have a bit more grabby hands, which is kind of what he uses in the picture, because he kind of like puts his hands together and he grabs an orb, which is pretty cool, so that's pretty nice. And then lastly, he does have fists. So if you want to put that fist on one of his arms and then he's punching with one arm, you can do that. The other arm, I don't think you're going to be able to get into a punching manner. But if you really want that, you can get these fists. And these things are tiny. Like, you're going to lose them. And I would not buy them for a kid because these things are so incredibly small, it would wind up in their mouth easily. It's already been in mine like 22 times, so definitely stay away from kids. His head sculpts, I will say, are really nice. He's got a nice smiling one right here, which makes absolutely no sense for the avatar state, but I'm not going to complain. It's like free accessories. Like, I really don't care. But it's him smiling, and it's accurate. Like, it looks like Aang. It looks really good. So I do really like that. And then of course we have the angry Aang. He's all mad. He got eyebrows now. His eyebrows are going down. He got his eyes flared up. He has his teeth open. Right? I guess his teeth out. And like, I really do like this head sculpt. It doesn't make much sense for Aang again, but it is a really nice head sculpt. It does look like Aang, and I really do like it. Then last but not least, he has these little like air things. I think these are supposed to go on his feet. I haven't actually put them in, but I believe they go on his feet and they're supposed to like, you know, fly with them upwards. Or maybe they can go in his hands and he has like a little whoosh effect. I don't know. I haven't actually put them on him, so I haven't really messed around with that yet. I do like them though. I like the colors they got going on. It's like a translucent green, and then they're kind of a tornado effect. I do really like it. Like, I haven't seen anything like these in any of my Marvel Legends or Star Wars or DC or any of that, and I do like them. I can use them for other things too, because they're definitely going to fit some Marvel Legends hand sculpts. Now, let's see. Now, when I swap out the head, it is a bit stiff, but it does come off. Okay, and let's see what this one looks like with it on. So when I said it was stiff in the beginning, it is so much stiffer now. This guy does not like to move, but that is Aang in his like angry form right there. So he is angry. It looks pretty good, but he's just angry now. So let's get this one off and let's put on the happy one. So I did get it on, but Jesus, these heads are unbelievably stiff. There's no way like a kid or anything could put that on. I do really like that one though. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on there. I'll probably put them in, or try at least. I'll probably try and put them into the pose they had on the box and see what happens. But I do really like the smiling. I think that looks really good. But now I have to take this off and put on the other one. Jesus, these heads are hard to put on. So I've got him in the pose that he's like supposed to be in, where he's like, you know, in the avatar state really high up and stuff. It don't look good. I'm gonna be honest, it does not translate very well to in person, and this is not how I'm gonna be displaying him at all. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look that good to me. But maybe it does to you. It's just not my thing. So, Avatar Aang, final thoughts. I really do like all the accessories you get. I think it's really nice to have that diversification of all the different kinds of accessories. I think the paint job was nice, besides not going up all the way on the shoulders. I really do like the pearlescent. I'd probably have to pick up a regular Aang in order to see like a better paint job, because again, this is one color pretty much the entire way around. It's not really hard to see it, you know. But as I said, accessories are nice. Articulation sucks. I really can't put it any other way. The articulation sucks on this figure. And I wouldn't say the quality control is really that good either, because I said the knees are really loose. They like to fling back and forth a lot. But otherwise, I don't know. It's an okay figure. If you're looking for something cool to put on your shelf, or if you're like me and you found it for $5, I think it's a good pickup. For $5, I'd pick this up every single day of my life. But it's not for normally $5. It's normally like 20 or 30 bucks. I actually don't know. I think it was like $20.99, something like that. I don't know. I picked this up for $5. That's all I know. And for that price, I think it's a pretty good figure. Otherwise, he does have quite a lot of flaws, and he could be better. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I do hope to see you for whatever we do next. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.